All right, see Lindelof videos, finding extrema on an interval. This is a pretty straightforward problem, but I thought I'd show it to you anyway because it's been requested a couple of times. So remember, when we're looking for extrema on an interval, we're looking for relative minimums and maximums. So let's start off. The first thing they say is that we're supposed to find all critical numbers or critical values. And critical values occur when f prime at x is equal to 0 or when f prime at x is undefined. So we're going to check that out really quickly. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take f prime at x here, and I'm just going to use power rule here. So 3x squared minus 2 times 3 is 6. 6 over 2 is 3, so 3x, isn't it? To make this a little bit easier to look at for myself, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a little bit of factoring and say that f prime at x can be rewritten as 3x times x minus 1, can't it? And we're using zero product property to find out when that's equal to 0. So when is 3x equal to 0? When x is equal to 0. Before I claim this as one of the possible values, I have to make sure it's on my interval, and 0 is on the interval. It is between -1 and 2, so that counts. When is x minus 1 equal to 0? Well, of course, when x is equal to 1, and that's also in this interval, so those values count. So these are those two values. So f prime at x equals 0 for x equals 0 or 1, right? And this is a good note to leave for your AP reader, given the chance. Now what I'm going to do is follow kind of the rules for finding extrema. And so what we're supposed to do is we're supposed to evaluate the endpoints. So we're going to take the left end point, the critical values, and there are two of them. This is one and here's the other. So CV, sometimes called critical numbers. CV here, critical value or critical number there. And then right endpoint. And then I'm going to evaluate at those values. So what I'm going to do is take f of -1. So f of -1 is equal to -5/2. F of 2, which is the right endpoint, isn't it? So f of 2 is equal to 2. We have a critical value of 0, so f of 0 is equal to 0. And we have a second critical value, which is 1, so f of +1 is equal to -1/2. Now it gets super easy. You just look for the largest and smallest numbers, and in this case, they happen at the endpoints. So we have this as a min value and this as a max value. For your AP reader, I would hope that you would be clever enough to, I always say that there's not enough time to kiss those people on the mouth, but there's just enough time to hold their hand. So what I'm saying to you is don't spend a lot of time over-explaining because you have to keep working, but at the same time, you have to leave a trail for them to follow. So here's all of our math, and then, of course, I want them to be able to find my solution. So there's the solution. All right. Hey, thanks for watching, you guys. If you have any comments, please leave them. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do. Thanks. Talk to you guys soon.